guys, welcome to another episode of TFU. Woohoo! And we got Kenn Edwin today. Writer, comedian, actor. What else you do, Kenn?
Just an overall lover of things.
Lover of things. Let's go. Let's get into it. So, first of all, welcome. We're happy you're here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely, man. We couldn't wait to actually get you in. Your story, because you're from LA, right?
I'm from Pasadena.
From Pasadena, California. Yeah. Uh-huh. How'd you become a comedian? Were you like the class clown in the class?
All that.
So that's you. You wore that hat.
You know what? I think I was just observant as a kid, and I used to see funny things, and I would just mimic them, or it's just always been in me. You know, it kind of chased me, actually. It chased me.
So day one, when you decided to be a comedian, did you have a different job at the time?
What was I doing when I decided to be? I was working for IndyMac years.
IndyMac. And what did you do for IndyMac?
I was a loan processor.
Okay.
And I was I worked in the file room first, but then I was working with just processing loans out of the file room. And then they put me on the floor, but kept me in the file room too, because I was the only person that can work with Excel sheet and all this other crazy stuff. So,
okay, how were you on the job?
Oh, it's crazy, crazy. Like I was wild. Like I'm not a corporate guy at all. Like I am.
Right.
Like, I am in this space. Like if I can do what I want to do, like create and be fun and be and be funny, then I'm good. But man, I remember I got a 76. I got a review, and the review said that I had a 76%. And
out of 100?
Out of 100. And without me doing my job, nobody can do their job there at all.
So you was like, I need 100.
So I'm like, yeah, I either need like something like around the 99th percentile or nothing. You know what I mean? So like, this is how defiant I am. Like I was like, all right, okay, 76%. So I printed out a big 76%, put it on my chest and my back, and I went on the floor and started passing out files.
That shit is so damn funny.
They were like, what's this? I was like, this is what I got on my review. I was like, do you think I work? I'm a 76% type guy. They were like, no. And I was like, exactly. They were like, come in the office.
So you were constantly getting in trouble.
Oh, all the time. Like I wrote. I mean, if it was up to me, like we would walk out anytime. It's like, oh, they need us, bro. Like they need us. Like without us, they can't work. So if they disrespect us, it's just like, yeah, just okay. My tire's gonna be flat tomorrow. What about yours?
So when did you decide to make the leap? Or did you quit on the spot?
No, I got. So this is when the first recession started. Remember, the first thing that happened was the banks imploded.
Right. And you're talking about real estate then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So IndyMac was one of the first banks that imploded.
Okay.
So
what was that 2008, 2007,
2008?
It's somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by Obama's first run.
And it was crazy because I was kind of bouncing around at that time. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was just like, man, like, what am I, like, what's going on? Like, because I was playing football at first. Came back, I was like, I don't want to play football no more. It's crazy. And I was just like, what am I going to do? So I just got a temp job at this bank. They ended up hiring me, and I was just like, all right, cool. So I'm about to be working in this bank. The whole time, I'm cracking jokes. I'm writing sketches down, all that crazy stuff. But I'm still doing my work. I'm just doing my work like because it's like brainless. It's like, here, go ahead, do that. It's just, so yeah, once I finally got out of there, it was because they did the layoffs. And they laid us off, but they gave us like, I don't know, they gave me, I didn't even work there that long. And they gave me like an 8-month severance.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad.
Okay, yeah.
I was chilling. Like I was big chilling.
First month, nothing.
Yeah. Well, no, what I did was I went with my brother because my brother's a creative person too. And we tried to start a magazine. We tried to start the magazine. We started going out. We started meeting people. That kind of went kind of crazy. And then from there, I was like, well, damn, I got to do something. So I tried to go work at a real estate company.
Okay.
And I was going to be a loan officer there. And then do you remember that time?
I know, because me and my brother used to buy properties, so I absolutely remember the time when the real estate went to shit.
Like every day there would be a different guideline, a different. It's like, okay, you can have, you need bank statements. That's all you need is bank statements. We can get this in, but it has to be locked in today.
See, what happened with me during that time, I used to do stated loans. So once they took stated loans away, that fucked me up because stated loans basically, you know what stated loans are?
Nope.
So stated loans, when you can kind of declare your income, you just say what it is, and you'll end up paying a higher interest rate for that loan, but you don't have to do all the paperwork.
Right.
It was the paperwork that drove me crazy, and I felt like they don't need to know where all the bodies is buried.
Yeah, and there's still ways to do that now, but it's like they're like,
oh no, you can do stated loans right now.
Yeah, for sure.
They're back now.
For sure.
But it took him a minute before it got back.
Yeah, that was a great time. It was a great time. Like I should have actually been a loan officer when I was doing the processing.
Okay.
But no, I shouldn't have. Because I'm telling you, people don't know that real estate dudes are rock stars. Like a lot of people don't know about those real estate dudes. They party hard as hell.
They do.
They, if we closing the loan, we like, all right, one night to Vegas, and we're like, I didn't close the loan. Forget it. I got you. This is it's crazy.
Right. So you partied with some of the real estate guys?
Them dudes are crazy.
So what's your craziest story, since, Vegas?
I can't say no names. But we went to Vegas, all right? And there was we got some girls out the club, all right? It was one girl in particular that was, she was with the business. Okay.
Yeah.
She was what we call a dolphin.
What's a dolphin?
A flipper.
God damn, my last name is Dolphin. What the fuck is going on?
But no, okay. So
a lady of the night.
She wasn't a lady of the night, but she was with the business.
How many of you guys is there?
There's about 5 of us.
Okay.
Was it
one girl that was with the business?
It was one girl that was like crazy with the business. And you got your girls. We have our girls, but then there's this one that's just like, right? So we're all in this room, right? I'm like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because already, right? So we had this one dude, damn, what can I say his name is? Let's say his name is Lexington.
Okay.
So Lexington is crazy. Like he's like this white guy. He's tall and super coke benches all the time, and it just be sitting there like, come on, bro, like chill out, like leave the coke alone. But this is how crazy he is. He came in and one of the guys is about to go to work on the girl, and he says, "Wait a minute, bro. Let me eat her ass first." He just goes in. And I was like, nah, bro, I'm good. I'm good. I'm out of here. I just went out, man. I walked out that room.
He didn't want no part of that.
I was like, I'm cool, man. Wherever this is going.
So you even witnessed what happened? You just got the fuck up out of here?
I left.
Yeah, that was
so in the morning. Any stories about any trains or?
Oh, definitely.
Of course, that's what the
trade
that
happened.
Was it. That's what was happening.
The trade happened. It's always crazy when you see a train about to happen. Yeah. That there's this one crazy guy that wants to eat her out.
It's like, bro, what are you doing?
Like, what's going on? What part of the process is this happening here?
Somebody has to get her wet.
No, she's
already ready, bro.
Throw some water on.
She's already ready, bro. She's already ready. But that's probably like the craziest thing that kind of happened. Other than that, it's just regular stuff like, like you just go places and,
cocaine binging.
No, I don't do. I've never done it.
But the real estate people.
Just seeing them like,
they go hard.
They go hard in the paint. It's like, it's crazy. They're like, I'm telling you, they're rock stars. It's an untapped industry as far as like the stories that could be told from those
it's
people.
Similar, if you think about it, it's similar to the Wolf of Wall Street, how they kind of showed that lifestyle.
Yep.
It's kind of like that.
Yep.
It's kind of like that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Entourage. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's Entourage and Wolf mixed with Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people were making a lot of money too. So yeah,
they do say that real estate produces the most millionaires.
Yeah, billionaires.
That's
crazy,
and millionaires. But yeah, so now you decided you and your brother are gonna start this magazine, and you're going out every single night. So then, how did you find comedy through the magazine?
So, it wasn't through the magazine. It was through me and my brother stopped doing the magazine. We were doing calendars. We were doing all this crazy stuff. And I was just like, I just kept saying, what happened was I started going with him to comedy shows. And I'm sitting up there, I'm watching people that I've seen on TV, and we're just going to Crack 'em Up Thursdays at the Comedy Store.
I don't even know that one. What's Crack 'em Up Thursdays?
It's upstairs. They do it every Thursday.
This at the Comedy Club?
It's at the Comedy Store.
The Comedy Store. Okay, off of Sunset.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going there, and that's when Esau was hosting. And Esau is hilarious. So it's like, you go there, it's always a show. But we used to be in there from 10 o'clock to whenever they end. And sometimes I'd be 2 o'clock in the morning. We just in there. So sometimes comedians would tell jokes and it just wouldn't be funny, or they would be missing something, and they would say it. They were like, damn, I need something else for that joke. And then I just started saying stuff. And
you start giving them tips?
Yeah, I would just say it. Like, oh, you need to say this. But it'd be simple little things. Like somebody said a joke, and I'd be like, oh, tides. Just say tides. And he was like, tides? Nigga, that's funny. And when he said that, I was like, damn, oh, okay.
Sorry, validated. You was like, maybe.
So what me and my brother was doing at this time, I would be sitting there and I'd be like, yeah, you know what? If I get on stage, I will say this. If I get on stage, I will say this. If I get on stage, I will do this. And then he was just like, yeah. And he'd be like, nah, you got to say it like this, or you got to say it like that. And then I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to go one day. And I went, and nobody laughed.
Damn. Wait, so you went to Crack 'em Up Thursday?
No, I didn't go to Crack 'em Up Thursday. I went to an open mic.
Okay.
It was called Marty's. And this is when Marty's was popping. It would be, you can get on stage twice, and it'd be like 30 comedians in there in one room. Just picture a room like this with like 15 comedians, and you just up there telling your jokes.
Oh, so you demonstrating your material to comedians, and what, they give you notes on it?
Sometimes they'll give you notes. Sometimes they laugh. Sometimes they just be like, nothing.
Damn, tough room.
And they gave me nothing. I'm talking nothing. And I remember this is how crazy I was about comedy, because I've been like this is why I say it's been chasing me for a very long time. When I was playing football, I had somebody tell me, like, you're funny and you can write. I read a poem at this little party with these girls, and it's always the ladies is there, you know what I'm saying? But
that's what I do with everything in my life.
Yeah, just have the ladies around.
Yeah, for the ladies.
Yeah,
that's why I picked up a camera
for the ladies.
For the ladies.
Oh, that's kind of freaky. The ladies gonna be here. Let me pick up this camera. But no, so her mom used to work at UCLA, and she told me, she was like, she came to me after I read this poem, and she was like, let me teach you how to write comedy so you can go to Hollywood and make millions. And I was like, okay, I want to play football. I was just like, I was so like this, you know how it is. Yeah. When you playing sports, it's like, nah, it's sports or nothing.
This is it.
Like, this is it. This is all I want to do. So later on, fast forward to later on, I'm kind of just like in limbo, and I'm like, dang, I want to do this. I don't know if I want to do this, and it's just like I'm all over the place pretty much. I meet this girl. She teaches me how to write. What do you call it? She taught me how to write movies. Actually, she was a script doctor at Sony.
Okay,
so that's what got me into comedy. Really, is that her teaching me how to write, and her saying, like, you're funny, and it's hard to find people that can write stuff on a page and translate it to funny. Like, that's Hollywood just doesn't get people like that all the time. Mm-hmm. So I was like, cool. And then I was like, in the middle of that, I'm like, dang, I should get on stage. And then I was like, I got on stage, and when I got on stage, it was just like, nope. But I remember I wrote out my jokes. I had like 15 pages. And how I wrote my jokes is I'll write a line, and I'll be like, okay, say this, say this, say this. Stop. Applause break. So I'm sitting there
waiting for the applause. Like,
I say my line. I'm like, I'm reading. I got the thing up there. I got the book up there. I say the line, and I would look.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, okay. They didn't really laugh at that. Like, it was crazy. And then it was so funny that I didn't even know that certain people, I didn't know that if people were making people laugh, I was just like, okay, you've been doing comedy for years. But somebody was like 2 weeks in. I didn't even know this at the time, but he was probably like 2 weeks in. And I asked him, I was like, hey, bro, like, how you make people laugh? And he was like, oh, you just got to commit to your jokes. And I was like, all right, commit. So I got up my second time. I did.
Wait a minute, second time that day?
That night. It was like, yeah, you can go up twice. So when you go up the next time, you know, I went outside, gave myself a pep talk. Come on, man.
Same jokes or new jokes? Same jokes.
I told one joke this time.
Okay.
So this time I had the 15 pages. I went through the whole 15 pages in like 45 seconds.
Right.
Because I was like, all right, Bruce Lee. No, okay. You know what I'm saying? It was bad. And then that second time I got up, I was like, I just focused on that one joke. I remembered probably like the first like paragraph of what I was trying to say. And I just went. I just got on stage and just went. I remember I committed to it all the way, and they were dying laughing. Like, that's crazy. I'm talking like falling, like it looked like it was like Def Jam in there. But it was just all comedians. And they was like, this nigga crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, oh, shit. And then I just walked out. It was exhilarating. I was sitting there like, man, like I felt like I just picked up a mountain or something.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what kind of got me into everything.
So it's crazy because sometimes people have that experience that you had the first time and they don't get back up there. So that's dope that you still had the wherewithal and was like, nah, fuck that. I really want to do this.
So the thing is, like I said, like comedy has always been chasing me because I've like, even when I was a kid, like I would be in church and I would always get in trouble because I'm the funny kid in church. You know what I mean? Or I'm getting kicked out of class because I know how to say certain things or act like a certain way. I got kicked out of my band class in the 8th grade because I used to mimic the teacher all the time. And it was funny because like I was getting in a lot of trouble. So the teacher came and talked to me and was like, hey, I'm about to be gone for a week. Do not mess up. If you mess up, you out the class. I'm like, all right, cool.
But when you say we gonna be gone, what? Don't mess with the sub.
Don't mess with the sub. Don't do nothing to get kicked out this class. I'm good. I'm in there the whole day. But what I used to do was before the sub came in, I would get up and I would act like the teacher.
Okay.
And like, cause the teacher would always come in, he would get the thing, he'd do this, every little move, and then he would go like this, and he'd go and do this. Everybody would crack up, right? So I was sitting there, I just keep doing it, right? Every day I would do it. And then I went and I would set out there, we just go through the rest of the day. So that when the teacher came back, he came in, I'm sitting over there like this. Wait, I got my trumpet in my hand. He must have flipped the page and went like this. As soon as he went like this, whole class started dying. And he just looked at me and was like, get out.
Damn.
Get out. I was like, no, I didn't. He's like, get out. You're gone. I was like,
that sucks.
Damn. It's like, that's how I got kicked out of band class.
So who would you say are your comedy influences?
Comedy influences.
When it comes to stand-up, at least.
I mean, everybody. I mean, if you ask me to do like a top 5, that's gonna be like hard for me. I mean, I'm gonna put like Richard Pryor up there. I'll put Lenny Bruce up there. I'll put Eddie Murphy, like all the regular guys. You know what I'm saying? Even George Carlin. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even like crazy like get into his material, but like I've seen sets from George Carlin and been like, yeah, like this dude is a beast. Like, so anybody that can get up on stage and make people laugh. Like, even if you look at Steve Martin, like, that dude's a genius. You read that man's book and you talk about how he used to do shows and people never knew when the show was over. He would be on stage and he'll just walk out and people would follow him outside into the street. And then he'll just start doing something in the street. And then he'll walk off and go home and they'll be following him home. And it's just like, stuff like that is just like, man, like that's just inspiring. But my thing isn't. I think my real influences is just life, people. You know what I'm saying? The people that I meet every day. You know, kids, nieces, family members. That's where my real influences come from, because that's the stuff that's funny to me. It's really like, you know, my nieces get in trouble or something, I die laughing. Like, I'm like, well, shouldn't have did it. You got your ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? It's just funny to me. You know, it's like parenting is funny. Like bringing up kids is funny. Everything is just hilarious to me.
So now you had that great experience. Mm-hmm. So where did you go from there?
From when I got on stage?
Yeah, so you got on stage. Did you start getting on stage consistently? Did you start, you know, what did you end up doing to actually become a comedian?
Well, the first time I got on stage, I was like, so the first thing you learn when you do this is it's a lonely process. It's lonely. Like, you get up there, like there's cliques. They ain't gonna let you in the cliques. They barely talk to you.
Damn.
Even if you funny, they just like, okay, whatever. Like, it's like that. Like that's just how comedy is. A lot of people don't talk about that, but that's what it is. It's a lonely process. You get up here and you just here by yourself and you just doing your thing.
Well, Cat Williams kind of talked about it a little bit, like not being part of the clique and them kind of Xing him out. So you feel like that's a real thing that actually happens.
It always happens. And then it's like, you got to think too, there's probably like 800 comedians that come out here every year, and they're just like, oh, I'm going to be a comedian, or is an actor that's like, oh, it'll help me book gigs if I do comedy. And it's just like, yeah, you might be good because you're an actor and you're funny. It's like, but you're not a comedian, you know?
Right.
But you really don't I just try to stay away from like telling people what they can and can't do. So I'm for it all. Because, you know, you start doing comedy, you be like, man, like this shit is for the birds, really. But if you really love it, you gonna do it. So from there, for me, I just kept on doing open mics, kept on getting better. I started seeing like, dang, this is gonna be hard if I'm doing this by myself. And right when I was thinking that, like, one of the homies hit me up from high school, and he had been doing comedy. It was crazy because I didn't even know his voice. Like, I didn't hear his voice. He called me, he got this deep ass voice. His name is Marcus Griffin. And he hit me up and he was just like, hey, what up, man? I'm like, what up? Like, who is this, right? You know what I'm saying? I didn't say, who is this? Right. So I just act like I knew who he was. We having an 18-minute conversation. I don't even know who he is. And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, is this Marcus? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, oh. And then he's like, man, because he told me, he's like, I heard you was doing comedy.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, who knows that I'm doing comedy? Like, who is this? How's this person know me? So I'm kind of tripping, really. Like, who's talking about me? That's anytime somebody talks, I'm like, where'd you hear this?
18 minutes not knowing the person in the phone is kind of wild.
It's not wild. It's not wild because you really sitting there like, who is this person? But like, it's like, look, it's like this. This is a crazy thing. It's like, once you get to a certain point, there's no turning back. Because that window of asking, hey, who is this? That's like a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
No, 18 minutes. Your window was already gone.
It's gone.
It's completely nowhere in the building.
So it's like, so I'm sitting there and I'm talking to him.
You got 15 seconds.
Right, to ask that question. You're like, damn, I should have asked this question a long time ago.
Who this?
So I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah. So what you been up to?
Damn.
You know what I mean? He's saying stuff. And then he starts seeing how cold I am because I'm sitting there like, yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yep.
Damn, Brody, you changed.
So I'm like, who told you that I was doing comedy though? You know, and that's when he started feeling like it. And I heard him go, dang, all right, man. I'll holler at you. I'm like, Marcus? And he was like, nigga, yeah. And I was like, oh, what's up? And then it went on for another 2 hours. But then he really got me on stage, got me going to different
that's dope.
Different open mics, and he got me on at the Ice House. Like he started getting me shows and stuff.
Is he a comedian to this very day?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. I mean, he's a way better comedian than he should be right now because he be tripping sometimes. I'll be sitting there like, man, bro, like you know, it's crazy, man. Like comedy can really have you in your head, really thinking out of like you get stuck. It's like what we were talking about the other day. We were talking about Ice Cube, how Ice Cube went to a place and then he just got stuck there.
Absolutely.
And it's like, damn. And it's like you still have to be Ice Cube. You still have to be political. You still have to be crazy ass Ice Cube that we love.
Right.
And he just got stuck in that like bag, and you were just sitting there like, this is cool, but it ain't Ice Cube.
It wasn't that cool.
Like Ice Cube to me is rolling and stomping in my big black boots, like that. Like Lethal Injection.
That
Ice
first
Cube.
album though was wild.
Yeah.
When he broke away from NWA and he came out, his style was just so innovative. Yeah. And then every album was like an event to me.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Now the one thing I know that goes on in LA is that the clubs themselves, you don't really make money. No. So you was just living off of your 8 months
8 months severance. I'm past the 8 months now.
Oh, now you passed 8.
I'm way past that.
Okay, so then how you survive?
So after 8 months, after my 8 month severance, that's when I went to unemployment.
Okay, GR.
No, not GR. Unemployment. So unemployment is no, not unemployment. What is that? What is it?
Do you get a check every 2 weeks?
Yeah. What is that?
I thought it was general relief. No,
that's not. It was UED or something. It's unemployment.
Yeah. It's,
something unemployment. I know what you're saying.
It's unemployment.
I don't know the
EDD, whatever the EDD. That's what it is.
Okay.
So I was on that. So that had me going.
That bought you another 12
year.
Months.
Yeah. And then from there, like I was bouncing around. I was getting like little jobs here and there. And I told you I met that young lady, so that's room and board. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I had to pay for that.
Yeah, physically.
Of course. My man Lexington taught me that. You know what I mean? So I was just like, all right, I'm cool. But that whole process, I'm like learning stuff. She's teaching me things like. Everything is like just coming together. It's like this big, like messy ball of just greatness is just coming right here and just
comedy.
Mm-hmm. So now YouTube, the internet, social media starting to come into play.
So I'm trying to do YouTube.
Okay.
If you think around 2008, 2009, like while we're doing the magazine, I'm trying to get people together so we can shoot videos.
Okay.
And the whole time it's just like, I'm talking to actors. We having meetings. Everybody good for meetings. Everybody in LA is good for meetings. Oh yeah. Set the meeting. And it's like everybody just loves meetings. And I'm like, bro, like, fuck this meeting shit. Like, let's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to let's get some stuff done. I'm sick of meeting. So like even like when I got to the point to where me and Jah started working together, like I was.
You talking about Bigg Jah, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bigg Jah. Like so we kind of came together. This is like later down the line. This is probably like 8 years later.
Okay.
So it's just like I'm trying to do sketches, trying to do the stuff, trying to get these people together. Actually shot stuff, and stuff didn't come out because the editor didn't put something together, or the sound guy messed up on the sound, or and then the director's like, well, I don't want to put this out because it's such and such. I'm like, well, just give it to me, let me figure it out. Like I was going through that for years. And at the same time, still doing comedy. So to get money coming in, I was just like, yo, I need to start doing my own shows. So that's when I started doing my own shows. When I started doing my own shows, started inviting my people started coming, and then people was just like, yo, bro, like, this show is crazy. Like, you killing the game. Like, you need to do this, or you need to do that. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm cool. I just want to keep getting better. Like, keep getting better, keep doing my thing.
Are you going out of town now to do shows, or is it all local stuff?
It's all local.
Okay.
But it's all like, but this is crazy because, like, if you're not from LA, you don't know this. But, LA is think of like LA like the greater Los Angeles. Like you can get a city in the greater Los Angeles. That's local, right? Like if I'm just doing stuff in Pasadena and only Pasadena people are coming, then that's local. But then it's just like, you think of LA, there's Pomona, there's Watts, there's
Riverside. It goes on
so
and
much.
on.
It's so much stuff out here. So it's like, yeah, we got to bounce around. And I used to always tell myself, if I can just get the people out here to come to see me, then I'll be good. And I kind of walked away from that motto after I got because I got a motorcycle accident actually while I was doing this. And then that's when, after I got my motorcycle, I was like, oh, I need to start writing and getting some stuff out that I can put online. That way, as I'm doing comedy, people can be like, hey, what you got going? And then I'm like, oh, I have this. Go to this channel. Go look at this. That's the only reason why I started a YouTube.
Got it.
That's the only reason I started YouTube is because of that. Is because I was like, I'm funny on stage and people love to see me on stage. They love to see how silly I am. I connect with a lot of people. I need to be able to show somebody something other than me doing comedy.
So how did those first few videos that you did put on YouTube, how'd they do?
Oh, not good at all.
When did you start getting traction? Because now you have over 200,000.
Yeah. So I started getting traction. I started getting traction after I got married. But this was around the time that me and Ja were like working like exclusively on YouTube. And around this time, after my accident, I was like, I took the money that I got from the accident because I was on a motorcycle, got hit, and I flipped and landed on my knee. And my knee, nothing broke though. I just had a severely bruised bone in my leg. And it's like it's crazy because I remember, you ever know them like Chuck Norris stories? Like Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups, like he lifts up the ground. Yeah, like he lifts up the world or something like that. It was the same type of thing with me. I hit the ground and the world was like, but the thing was after I got in my acting, I was like, I got to do something. So I started writing and working with other people, writing and things. And then I fell into this character that I thought was funny as hell, and it still is. It's like an Adult Swim type thing, really. But it's called Nose Man. And literally it's my nose on my head. And I'm just walking around as a nose, but everybody looks at me like a nose, but I'm just a man, But I'm Nose Man, and I talk, I'm nasally. I'm like, hey, it's just crazy. And I just do everything, but I'm always stunting on people. Like, I'm going to rap videos and oiling up girls and BBWs and whatnot. Or I know all these random facts about everything. And I put that together. And once I put all my energy into that, which was crazy because at the time I had to get the nose made and I had to get live casted, all this crazy stuff. And I got footage of it. I got footage of me getting live casted. I was freaking out because they put cement pretty much all over here, pretty much. And they just give you straws to breathe out your nose.
That is crazy.
And I was in there and like me and being claustrophobic, like that's the worst. Like you close me up, I'm like, like I thought I was gonna die in there. I thought I was gonna die. So I got that done. And after I got that done, I'm working on it. And I saw John in 24 Hour Fitness one day. He was like, hey man, what you up to? I was like, oh, I'm just looking for my girl right now. But he's like, yeah, but what you been working on? I was like, here. I just showed him. He was like, we gotta work. The next week, we was working every day.
How far along was he into his project?
He had just posted Tiberius.
Oh, Tiberius went crazy for him.
He posted Tiberius probably like a week and a half before.
Okay.
And then he was like, yeah, man, I got to do something. I got to do more because, I posted this video. It's going viral. And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, that's lit. But I don't know. He was just like, he was like, he looked at my stuff. He was like, hey, what kind of camera do you use? I was like, oh, just 5D Mark III or something like that. And he was just like, man, that's better than my camera. And I was like, yeah, I don't know how to use it. He was like, I'll teach you how to use it. He's like, let's work. I was like, come over Wednesday. So at that time, I'm driving for Lyft because I'm like, I can go back to real estate, but it's taking too much time. I can do a lot of stuff. I got a degree. I can do all kinds of stuff. I can go teach. I can do all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, nah, I want to do what I can so I can create. That's what I want to do. So that's why I was like, let me drive. I'm going to drive at night. And when it's time to create, I'm going to stop and I'll go create. And then I can get back out here and start driving again. And from there, that's when stuff started going up. So when I first started seeing traction was probably like that year, like close to the end of that year. And it was crazy because I remember I made like $1,000 on YouTube. And I just quit.
You quit doing
I quit driving. I was like,
oh, this is it.
This is it. It's like I made $1,000. I was like, it's not enough money to do nothing. But I was like, if I can do what I've been doing with the little bit of amount of videos that I put up right now, I was like, oh, I'll do more videos, I make more money.
Okay. So now you and Ja are doing, did y'all do stuff to get, you started appearing in his videos?
I was already doing that.
Oh, okay.
I was already appearing. So like, it was a thing where we just worked. It wasn't like it's like, oh, we used who was there. You know, if you're there, hey, jump in it. If you're there, jump in it. Could you do this? Could you do this? Could you hold the camera? Could you hold? Yeah.
Right.
It was just going back and forth and just doing that all the time. And then Ja was just meeting other people because he would go to the sketch house. You know, I didn't go to the sketch house too much. I went. I know a lot of people there, but, you know, it was just a little too, you know.
Sketchy?
Yeah. There it is. It was a little too sketchy for me. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was cool. It was cool. They're cool. Everybody's cool there. But, yeah, like that's what really got the traction going. It's like just pushing and.
Do you like doing stand-up more or comedic acting?
Well, I don't know which one I like more. Well, of course I know which one. I like doing stand-up more because stand-up is instant gratification. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, at the same time, it's like you're not there so much for the money. You're there to connect with people. And the energy there is just like, it's always different. So it always feels different. There's been times when I've been on stage and I've been like, yeah, this is an outer body experience right now. Like, I don't feel like I'm up here. I feel like I'm watching me talk to people and we're just all on this like crazy plane in heaven or some shit. You know
did you ever start doing shows out of state?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've been out. I went on tour with Ja. I've done a little tour by myself. I've been kind of all over the place. It's so much easier making people laugh out of state. Mm-hmm. It's so much easier.
LA's a tough crowd.
People want to see people. So if they don't know who you are, then it's like, who is this guy? You know what I mean? And they won't laugh. Like some people just won't laugh. But then sometimes that's just your energy too at the same time.
Right.
So you just have to be, you know how it is. Like, did you just play sports too?
Yeah.
What'd you play?
Volleyball, a little basketball.
You play volleyball?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's how I traveled the United States.
That's fire though.
You know, Junior Olympics, you know?
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's lit.
Because I'm from Puerto Rico. Early age.
Were you a setter?
Yeah, when I got, you know.
You were a Puerto Rican volleyball player.
Yeah.
That is fire. You probably had all the girls.
Not really.
No?
It was so much disappointment in your voice. No, not really.
No. You have to lead with volleyball, Puerto Rican volleyball player.
Yeah, but, you know, from 12 to 14, Puerto Rico got the U.S. because we were kind of more skilled, but then those motherfuckers got really tall. Yeah. And then there was no chance.
Yeah. You like the tallest person in Puerto Rico.
Not really, but I see what you're doing.
But yeah, I know volleyball players. So volleyball, they're literally on the back row. They have 7-footers back there.
Yeah,
it's a big sport.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't have a chance, Alejandro.
No.
All you had is them 2 years.
Nah, man.
At least y'all had them 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were cocky too. You know, like we like to spike the ball really down to the ground, make a statement. But once you go against the mountains and the trees, you know, just physics, it's not gonna work. Geometry? Yeah. Okay, what was your question about me playing sports?
That was it. I was asking if you play sports.
Okay.
No, because it's like I forgot where we were.
Competition, the competition that creates.
It's like getting on stage. It's like it's like that battle. It's like that battle of working by yourself, getting better. And it's like you just get up for it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know when you're doing something comedically in a sketch or getting in a movie, you really don't know. So you just kind of give your best effort and you kind of just step off and it is what it is.
Like the editor can fuck you over. Yeah. Like, you know, like, because a performance, you're really relying on the editor if he cuts, you know, towards, you know.
For sure. But at the same time, like the best thing about that is like people see you, all the people that you work with, like, and you're just like, all right, yeah, cool. Like that's you know what I'm saying? That's the business. Like that's it. You know? So you meet somebody on set, they love you, they put you in something else. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. It's easy, but somebody can still mess up your performance if they edit it a certain way or do whatever. But when you talking about comedy, it's raw. It's in your face. It's right there. Did I make you laugh? How'd you feel when I just told that joke? Like, you know what I'm saying? How did I just like offend you in some kind of way? And I do that. I have offensive joke. I have jokes where I make you feel like this is the dumbest shit I ever heard. Next thing you know, you laughing.
Have you had like troubles with the audience before?
Oh, everybody hecklers? Has. Everybody
have. They attacked you?
No, I haven't had anybody attack me. And that's the thing too. Like doing my shows, like people used to do certain things. I remember one time this guy, he was just talking a little too much, and he knew a guy that was there, so he didn't know like the etiquette of like you can't get up during the show. Like he came and sat in the front. So I'm sitting there and I'm talking to him and I'm messing with him. Then he starts kind of going back and forth with me, and I'm like, hey man, like at some point I'm like, hey, shut up. You know what I mean? And that's just what I say. Like that's how I talk. People laugh when I say it because it's just funny. It's funny to say. But you know, I started bagging on him a little bit. I told him he had leather knuckles and all this other crazy stuff. People laughed, and then it was just, all right, we're done. You know what I mean? Let me move on. So as we're trying to move on, he just gets up and just walks out. I'm like, hey, bro, what are you doing? Like, chill out. Like, sit down. You can't just get up in the middle of the show and just be walking around and doing all this crazy stuff. Like, chill out. You already made it bad, and now you sitting up here doing all this stuff. So when I got off stage, I pulled him outside. And I was just going to go out there and talk to him, right? And, like, I didn't anticipate this, but I already knew. Like, I kind of knew. Like, you know, I know I got some gangster-ass friends. You know what I'm saying? And no matter if they gangster, I even got real estate friends that's crazy as hell. So you got your gangster friends and you got your real estate friends.
Right.
And everybody, I'm talking to that. I probably had like 7 dudes at that door. Like, I'm sitting there talking to him like, hey, bro, you can't do this. I'm just talking to him regular. We good, but you can't do this. I looked to the right and he looked, and everybody just standing there. Like, is it time to go? Like, are we, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Are we stabbing him or what? It's like, chill out, guys. Go in the show. So, yeah, like I don't know if that answers the question, but it's a lot of stuff that you got to deal with.
Sounds like you dealt with a heckler.
Yeah. I've dealt with one. I mean, the worst heckle I've ever gotten was just this white lady. She said, not funny, real loud. And it was just like, I mean, you know what I did? Sometimes I'm just stubborn. Like I said, like I'll just like, all right, y'all don't like this? I'm gonna give y'all my worst jokes. And I'm gonna tell them, and I'm not gonna care. And that's what I did. It was a clean show and everything. And I'm sitting there, I'm telling the jokes. But I noticed, it was crazy because I noticed that everybody is looking at her. They're looking at this girl, they're looking at this lady to see if she's laughing. And then they laugh. And I'm sitting there like, what is this? Like, and it kind of just threw me off. And at that time in my career, I didn't know how to deal with that. So I was just like, all right, whatever. Y'all ain't gonna laugh. And then she said it. That lady said, not funny. I'm like, oh, like you hating on me. And I'm just like, okay, cool. And that show was just that show. And then we did another show. They were mostly the same people. I came in and murdered. And they were like, oh my God, you're so funny. I'm like, yeah, but y'all wasn't laughing last time. So it's just that.
How was season 4 of The Lesbian Homie going?
It's going good. It's going good. There's a lot of twists and turns in this season. We made sure that we put some things in here that's gonna have people like kind of at the edge of their seats.
And what's your because you're a writer, you're an actor and writer on the show. Mm-hmm. How does the writing process for the show kind of go?
Basically, it's simple. We kind of sit down. We all get together. This time we use more writers. So we get together. We outline it. Make sure the outline's to our liking, and we just get to writing. You know what I'm saying? We write the scripts, but you know we pretty much break everything down beat by beat, and be like, yeah, this is what we like. This episode looks good. Let me do this episode. Let me write this episode. Simple stuff.
So what was your first video that you placed on YouTube that went crazy?
The one that went crazy was when the homegirl shoots your shot.
When your homegirl shoots her shot.
Yeah, and it's my homegirl. She comes over, and I'm just the oblivious friend that doesn't know that she's trying to give me the panty draws. And she just like, yeah, like, thank you for letting me come over and go to sleep. And I'm like, oh, okay. You can either sleep in my room or you can sleep on the couch. She was like, yeah, I'm gonna sleep in your room because I have reverse scoliosis. I'm sitting there like, oh, okay, I guess. And I'm like, Usain Bolt got that. She's like, yeah. So she was making excuses just to get in there, just right. And then we fast forward to me and her in the bed. I'm laying there. She's laying next to me and she's scooting up. She putting her butt all on me and stuff. And I'm just like, oh, I'm like, what's up with you? Like, what's going on? And, I've been in this position.
Right.
Like plenty of times, pretty much I've fumbled the buns or, we've all fumbled.
I fumbled.
And it's just like, damn.
Have you not very often.
Yeah. He doesn't look like a fumbler. Nah. He's a Dolphin. He doesn't fumble. But no, so it's just that one. That's the one that kind of went crazy. She ends up telling me straight out, like, I'm trying to have sex. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I called my friend. This is hilarious. I called a homie to come smash. It's just stupid. And that's the one that really went.
And after something like that happens, so you're like, okay, let me tailor my comedy towards like, relationship, sex type of stuff, or
I see. I'm not. Yeah.
Or
I mean, what I do is I always, if something works, yes, you say, all right, this worked. Let me do more of this, and then you still have your other things that you do that's still creative, that like really get you going. And there's a lot of videos that I've done to where I was just like, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this out here like this, see if they like this. So you're always testing the waters. You're always throwing stuff out there just to see if they going to like it. I've done certain characters, like my Melvin character. And this is like a serious character. People was like, dang, I don't even know you can act like that. It's just like, yeah. And it's just me. I'm stone faced. And that's crazy because it's more of like that's more in me than not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, historically, comedians are great serious actors.
For sure. But I'm just talking like just his whole demeanor. He's just this gangster ass dude that just doesn't. He's just no nonsense. And he says he'll do something like he'll go and he'll holler at your girl, and then you'll get mad at it, and he'll be like, okay, you can either shake my hand or whoop my ass. And then he'll just look at you straight up, and you be like, well, I ain't gonna fight you. It's like. You shake his hand. He's like, all right, that's it. That's it. That's his whole philosophy. Shake my hand or whoop my ass.
Have you dealt with somebody like that?
Yeah, plenty of people. Like that. They don't deal with me per se, but I got some crazy friends. I got some crazy friends, bro. I got friends that ain't here because they crazy. Like I'm talking about in life, but it just is what it is. They do what they do. But I'm like, I'm the funny guy. But they also know me as, somebody that fights all the time too. So
So you were saying that you're from Pasadena. Were you affected by the fires, like family members?
Yeah, I mean, well, my house is in Altadena. My neighbor actually saved our entire neighborhood.
How?
So one of the embers went over and got into one of our neighbor's yard. He was supposed to be leaving, and he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna water down my house while all this stuff is going on." So you know what I'm saying, just in case. And he saw it. The whole front yard went up, and it was getting to the house, and he just ran down there and just put it out. But if that house would have caught on fire, all the houses on the whole street would have got it. Damn. My house especially, because there was a fire at my house before. So there was a fire at my house in, I believe, June or something like that. So the water's off, everything's off. It's just dry over there. So if anything would have landed in that yard, my whole house would have been gone.
And your family no longer lives there?
Well, we live there, but we can't live there because it's getting fixed at the moment.
Shit.
So this is all. It affected me in a kind of like an indirect way, to where it's just like, you know, we were like, you know, there's planning that's supposed to be involved, and we're waiting for planners, and we're waiting for permits to get pulled, and all that stuff. Kind of, you know, it's going to be a long time for them to put together out.
At least 4 or 5 years. Easy.
Yeah,
easy.
So it's just all that. Like, we got to deal with all that and wait for that. So maybe they might speed some stuff up with us, but it hasn't happened. So yeah, I mean, and of course, you know, and everybody knows somebody. Everybody knows people. I got family members that lost their house, lost everything. You know, so it just is what it is. You know, people are standing strong though. I have seen that, but you know, it's just a sad time.
Wait, so where your house is it blocked off?
It was. It's not blocked off anymore.
So now you can be there?
Yeah, but like right there, they had the National Guard over there. You couldn't even get in. It was crazy. But then it was funny because somebody went through, they had this like light, this tape, this yellow tape by the 24-hour fitness right there on Woodbury. And somebody ran through it. Everybody was getting up there just so they can get up there to get to their house. It's like, forget that. We going up here. But that's Pasadena for you. So it's going to be like, you going to think this tape going to stop me from getting to my house? So, yeah. Yep.
You did mention that you were married.
I was. I'm divorced now.
So because comedy has crazy hours. Mm-hmm. Do you think comedy and being married work together?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then what happened?
What happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, just all kinds of like it was more like personal things. Because it's not the hours. It's like, you know, I can come home and, you know, have sex with my wife and then go back out and be out in the streets again. It's nothing. Like, because I'm a night owl anyway, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can get it in the morning. You feel me?
There's more to a relationship than just
sex.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make breakfast. I'll make breakfast. Well, that was a thing with us. That was kind of a tough thing. She always wanted me, if I wasn't going to come, she would just be like, you know, just give me a text or give me a holler. And it's like, I hate doing that, because it's like, if I'm talking and, you know, our conversations, we be just in the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, all right, well, if this isn't something that's like really needed, I'm checking my phone. Like, you know, if you really need something, you need it. So just understand that I'm good, unless I'm not. If I'm not good, you'll get a call. So it's just a compromise. Sometimes you have to compromise. You know, sometimes I'll text, sometimes I won't. I'm not somebody that's going to be like, all right, it has to be this way. So I don't like when people come up to me and tell me like, you have to text. No, I don't. I don't have to do shit. How about I don't come home? That's how I handle that. That's just real. It's like, how about that? It's like, come on, man. Like, if I don't come home, then what you going to do? You just going to go to sleep. You're going to wake up. You're going to see me in the morning. Chill out. Okay, I'm good. Okay, and if I remember to text you, I'll text you. But don't wait up. Like, I would tell her before, like, don't wait up for me, because we're gonna be working. You know how long it can go. I don't know when the shoot's gonna be over. So we did a lot of.
It's a hard life for like to be in a relationship with someone like that.
No, it's just like you just have to get them to understand it. Most times, especially with women, like they talk when they don't see money. Money starts coming in, they shut the fuck up.
That's true.
They shut the fuck up. They're like, you know, and that's what happened with us. Because I mean, I remember when I first started making money, I don't be telling people stuff. I didn't tell her anything. I was just like, I'm stopping. I'm just gonna be working on videos. So, she has a great job. My ex had a great job. So she's working. She's doing her thing. And, you know, with the money that I'm making more money than her, but I'm not telling her I'm making more money. I'm just like, every once in a while, she's like, oh, I need this. Can I have this? Or do I have this? I'm just passing her money. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. Send it to her. Okay. Send it to her. So one day she tried to talk to me, and we always had these talks. Every year we would have a talk about money. And I always tell her, don't worry about money. Everything's getting done. And even I'm like, right now, it's been getting done. Everything's been getting done for a good 5-6 months. Mm-hmm. Everything. everything you've asked for, I've given you. I've given you more than what you've asked for.
Right.
She's still complaining. So she came up to me and she said something to me, and I was just like, I said, do you know how much money I've given you in the last 5 months? Ooh. And she said, well, I mean, the rent, this. I'm like, it's more. And then she was just like, well, I mean, there were a few. I'm like, check your statements and check all the money I've sent you and add it up.
And what did it come to?
It was like a good $20,000.
So then it was just like, be quiet.
And then she was just like, oh. And I was like, I told you.
Right.
Chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that much at that time. I think it was more like around like 7 or 8.
But I mean, like, there was a period when Facebook was paying out like crazy, and you have almost 500,000.
And I around that time, there's like, okay, so it's like Facebook. This is why I was telling you about Facebook. Sometimes they just trip out. Like, when my page was doing really well, I wasn't making a grip of money. I was just making like supplemental. It was like money that would get me over the hump type money. But it was money that I would be able to pay, 2 mortgages with.
Right.
So it was just like, cool. So when everybody was making 30 grand, I was making 4. But I wasn't tripping because my YouTube was doing the best. So I'm just like, all right, cool. So that's what it happens. It's like sometimes your YouTube goes crazy, sometimes your Facebook goes crazy. And then it like to try to get them on the same level is pretty hard. But you just gotta just keep going and keep pushing. Want to take over the other. But in this instant, I had to tell her, and I was just like, look, man, like, we're good. Like, this is what's happening. This is what's going down. And then, when I had like really big months, I would just do something for her. Like, all right, like we went to Antigua. You been to Antigua?
Antigua Bay?
It's not Antigua Bay. It's a one of them Caribbean.
Yeah, that's what I figured it was.
Yeah.
But where is that one close to?
Antigua. So there's Antigua and there's Antigua, but it's just a stretch.
Okay.
I've
definitely haven't been there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. And
I'm not sure because I know where, like, when you take a cruise and they take you to all the little islands.
Yeah.
Is it in the Caribbean?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of beautiful islands out there though. So I took her there. Like one day I was just like, hey. Like, and that's that type of stuff is just like, all right, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? You can say that when you do stuff like that. You know what I mean? You hit them up and you're just like, what are you doing? Do you want to go somewhere? You want to go to? I hit her up and I said, you want to go to Antigua? She's like, what's that? I was like, look it up. She looked it up. She was like, yeah, I do. I was like, book it.
There you go.
We're going. Like, we're there for like a week and a half. You know what I'm saying? So now when it comes down to it, like, you can't really complain too much.
He's been to Colombia many times. You like Colombia?
He's like the police. He the police, man. He is the police.
Man. Yes, I do love Colombia. I've been there plenty of times myself. Yeah. I actually have, so my new wife is in Colombia. Nah. But, yeah, man.
I've been meaning to go,
To Colombia?
Yeah.
How's Puerto Rico?
It's good. But, like, the dollar goes farther in Colombia than Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, we have the U.S. dollar.
That's so funny. Everybody always talks about the dollar. You just going for the bitches. Stop lying.
What?
That's anywhere you go.
That's because the cuisines, nice hotels. What was the name of that street you showed me that there's a bunch of women walking by?
Yeah, a bunch of prostitutes. It's an area in there. It starts with it's like Pablo or Poblado or something like that. It's an area over there where I've never seen this many prostitutes in my whole entire life.
You're in Medellin?
I'm in Medellin.
Yeah.
But it's an area.
Yeah.
it's a little city over there. It's like where the nicer hotels are. They got a little bit of clubs going on. Yeah. You can eat over there. Yeah. It's a little area, but I've never seen this many prostitutes in my life. Yeah. It seems like everyone there might be a prostitute.
That's the thing when you go to Colombia.
In that area, they give you that feeling.
When you go to Colombia, everybody might be.
Everything's for sale.
That's all you got to do. It's like, you might be, you know what I mean? Because you'll see the finest woman just working at a liquor store or something like that, and you just be like, hey, like, what you doing? Like, what's up? You know, next thing you know, you got their WhatsApp, and they just sitting there like, so, what's up? You trying to come through? And they coming through.
Probably, what was the, God, what's that place out here that everybody goes to?
Figueroa?
No. This is not where prostitutes, where people go to eat. Like wings and stuff like that.
Magic City?
Wingstop or Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. But the ones where Hooters.
Yeah.
In Medellin.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's bananas.
It's crazy.
I went there. I was sitting there. I was like,
it's crazy.
This don't make no sense.
It doesn't.
It was wild.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like wild?
Like it was...
Like you can get
was literally these women probably. I was like, nah, she got to be a centerfold for Playboy.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. Like it was like that. Like everybody was fine. Everybody, the cashier, the waitress, everybody was fine as hell. I was sitting there like, it was so bad where I just called my brother. I was like, you gotta come.
You got to.
This is ridiculous.
I showed my brother. So I showed I showed my brother a picture of a situation that I had got into down there in Colombia. And he was like, I can't go.
Yeah. Oh, your brother married?
No,
he was just like,
I'm not. He was like, I'll stay. I won't come home.
Yeah.
And if there's anybody that can go down there and not come home, it's him.
Oh, for real?
Because he does construction. He does, and it's like
he'll figure it out there.
He'll figure it out. He'll build up Colombia.
Right.
Colombia will be popping it. He'll be the mayor down there. Like, yeah, man. No, it's a beautiful place. I like it. But it's not just for
not the weather.
Did you like the food?
The food is good.
But I hated the food.
You know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy? Everybody that I talked to down there, they say the club, the food where I was terrible.
Wait a minute. It's awful to me. I hated it.
Yeah, you're a little particular with food.
I hated the food. I thought the food was disgusting.
Yeah,
and I was just like,
so. But I'm also somebody that I try to get the girls to come over and cook for me.
Oh, you want some other shit?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, what you doing? What you cook? You know what I'm saying? Where you from? Because they always say it. They be like, oh, the food in Cali is better. I was like, all right, you from Cali? Come over and cook some food. You talking?
Never been. I had a friend who went to Colombia, got stabbed.
Yeah,
for his phone. Another one got
phone.
Yeah,
everybody got a phone out there.
See, but you guys are, I don't know, man. That does not happen to me. Nothing's like that ever. I've never been in a situation where I felt like I was in danger or anything in Colombia. I also have, you know
how to move around.
I got God on my side.
Yeah.
You know, when you raised in a place where you can get shot any day, it's like shit just don't scare you like that. You just be like, oh, like you, man. Watch out. It's like, what the fuck? And it just goes down like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got some kind of gun or something.
I gotta go to Colombia.
This guy.
Nah, listen, go to Hooters. Yeah. It's going down.
No, Colombia is a beautiful place. A lot of those, anywhere in South America, it's gonna be great. Africa is gonna be great too. You know, it's just
anywhere where the dollar goes. You know,
yeah, anywhere where the dollar goes, that's where the hoes go. That's the general rule of thumb there.
For sure.
But you know, you just gotta, like because I've been on this whole, quality of life type thing too. At the same time, you don't want to be in a situation where you just hoeing yourself out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, talking about quality of life, you lost some weight the last couple of weeks. How's your health journey going?
It's going. You know, I'm working. I'm working hard. I'm trying to get to my 40 pounds. I'm trying to get to losing 40 pounds.
Nice.
I got a week.
You're gonna make it.
So that where is that after you lose the 40? Where is that gonna put you?
That's gonna put me somewhere close to the 220s, and that's my springboard to jump into being back where I need to be.
Oh, that's nice.
You know, because I want to get to about 215, 210.
Okay. So, that's a good weight. That'd be a good weight for you.
Yeah. So, it's crazy. It's like just seeing everything. Like, you know, at the end of the day, you just sit there and you think like, dang, I can't believe I really got myself in this position. You know,
health wise.
Okay. And it was a lot of things. A lot of things have gotten me here. You know, you don't realize you're doing a lot of stuff. You don't realize that you stress eating. You don't realize that you're damaging your body like you are until you really sit there and go, bruh, look at yourself. Mm-hmm. You know, and I've had you get your signs. You know, a gout attack is a hell of a sign to be like, hey, bro, you need to change your diet. You can't walk right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So yeah, I'm losing some weight. I can't wait to show my second homes, my in shape body.
Okay.
Which
second homes?
Yeah. Like Colombia and everywhere.
You need a translator, you know?
Because I'm definitely going out there.
Do you speak Spanish?
A little, un poquito.
Poquito?
Poquito.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Just a little bit.
Enough to survive out there.
Yeah.
What's your favorite hotel out there?
I do Airbnbs. Oh, okay. I do Airbnbs. I know a guy. You can stay in his.
I don't know what that means.
He stays in. You can stay in his. He has condos.
Okay.
He has like 2 or 3 condos that you can stay. Actually, he probably has more.
Any rules? But it's like when 60. You go to the condos?
No rules.
Okay.
That's what you need.
Because I want to do a documentary of like ladies of the night. I don't want to like anything sexual. Just interview them, get their story, why they're working. So you can help me out with that.
Oh, they all got stories.
Oh, that'd be funny.
They all got stories. They all the same stories. I can tell you the goddamn story.
He said they're all the same stories.
They're all the same stories. They're all the same stories. It's like this. I'm gonna keep it real. There's a lot of people out there that, you know, they're just in bad positions because there's not a lot to do down there. You know, there's not a lot of opportunity money-wise. But, you know, I saw a teacher, a little thick-ass fine teacher. She's so, oh, my God. I was like, who is that? She is a elementary school teacher. And I'm like, God, imagine.
And she out there working?
She out there working.
Damn.
With the leopard tights on, thick. I'm like, man, I chased her down. Matter of fact, I was having a gout attack when I was out there, and I had the homie chase her down for me.
That's funny.
I was like, get her number.
Do you think that you could turn a lady of the night into a housewife? Is there a transition?
This guy is crazy. Of course.
Since you're
you know what? Hoes might be the best housewives. What you talking about? Especially hoes from down there.
Oh man, you're gonna have to write a book on that one. I don't know if that's possible.
What I'm saying is this. Most people, like in situations like that, like they just want to be saved. They want to be saved and take from whatever circumstance they in. Unless they stuck to where it's just like, oh, I like doing this. I like being out there selling my body.
Yeah, you just have
but
to.
I've seen what that's done to certain people.
Mentally, they can't take that.
They can't take that shit.
Not for a long time.
Yeah. The first year, that's when you really have to train them. So she just, if you have them in the house, they don't be sucking dick for pennies. After you train her for a year.
This dude is crazy. This dude is crazy. But no, I think that honestly, wherever you go, it's gonna be the same thing. You're gonna have to deal with the same shit. It's like you dealing with a woman. At the end of the day, you're dealing with a woman. It's not just a woman that's a hoe. It's a woman. Whatever she got, whatever baggage she got, you're gonna have to deal with that shit. So, you know, they all hoes. Until they either hoes or they pimps. And that's what you want. You really want a pimp. You really want a pimp ass chick that can handle her business and do her thing, and help you out in the process. Turn you into something. You want somebody hoeing you out. Come on now. Go find you
That's the dream. I'm looking for like a sugar mama. I saw that. What's Beyonce's mom's name?
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's single now.
She's single now.
Yeah.
Now she's saying she wants to date an older man. But like, I'm gonna try her catch her slipping.
She would destroy your world, bro.
Hey man, that shit would be hilarious though.
She would destroy your world. You can't handle no woman like that. An older black woman like that got money.
You're gonna make me do stuff, huh?
She gonna make you do everything. Everything. She gonna be like, Gertrude, come here. Do what you did to me to Gertrude. She gonna be all wrinkly, like, okay, come on now.
It's so funny that we talking about that particular subject. So when I was in college, it was a dude on the basketball team, and for whatever reason, he had started knocking down this 72-year-old woman. Oh my gosh! Now he was knocking her down, and then we was like, what are you doing? He's like, nah, she's 72. Now I'm giving it to her. So like he lit like this is some real shit. Yeah. I watched this shit happen. And he like next day, he's like, okay. Like a week go by, he got all new clothes on. Now I'm watching, I'm like, damn, okay. He got the new J's on.
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing you know, she bought him a car.
Yeah.
She bought him a car. I was like, damn, this nigga got a car. Then the nigga crashed the car. Then she bought him a new car. Yeah. Another new car. So now at this point, it was another dude on the team. His name was Marcus. And then Marcus played power forward too. And he was like, do y'all want to come meet? She got some other people. Do y'all want to come meet some other one? And he was with it. I was like, nigga, hell nah. I can't do it. Yeah. So next thing you know, Marcus got a car.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there just watching this shit happen. This shit is crazy. And they literally, and then they like come back to the, the dorms or whatnot, and they telling the stories of like, yeah, I was like, you had sex with her? He's like, yeah, I gave it to her. I'm where he's talking about how she breathing and stuff. And I'm just sitting there like, these niggas is crazy. And then it ultimately, these two dudes quit school. They quit school, went to go live with them, and I never seen them afterwards.
Sounds like a fucking dream to me. Aside from the
dream,
the sex, it will be the tough part. Like I think I'll need some type of pill.
It
Definitely.
Sounds like a dream to me.
It's no way.
That's not a dream.
That sounds like torture.
Obviously, the dream is if the girl is younger and then she gives you all this stuff. But come on, that's impossible. So
it's not impossible, bro.
It's not impossible. It's definitely tougher.
It's way tougher.
You're telling me there's a 20-year-old girl that's gonna
Well, she got rich parents.
Yeah, we got.
Okay.
Come on, bro. Like
I've had those situations.
I was in a high school where all the girls.
But that's the parents' money. That's not her money.
Definitely the parents.
It's their money. It's her money too. It's your money.
She can
You're
buy you
entitled
dinner.
to everything.
Yeah.
No, they buy. There's girls out there that give you whatever you want.
What's the most expensive thing a girl bought you?
That's a good question.
Let me see. Bought me. I don't even know. I don't know. Besides like a ring or something.
Maybe like a Louis Vuitton backpack.
That's not bad.
Yeah, like $3,000. I mean, it's something.
Well, that doesn't count.
What?
My wedding ring was 10.
Oh no, that counts.
Wait, the woman pays for the wedding ring?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
For the man, well, it could go either way though.
Yeah, she bought me a ring. I bought her a ring. She bought me one.
Okay. How much was her ring?
It's like around 6 or 7.
You bought her a 6 or 7. She bought you a 10,000. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Respect.
Or let me. I think
said respect.
You know what? I think that's how much it's worth. Let me say that. I don't think she bought it for 10,000, but that's how much it's worth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how much it's worth. Which is crazy. I low key want to get my ring back.
Wait a minute. When you get engaged, when
There
you
are
get
two rings.
Yeah, I know there's 2 rings. Yeah. So when you get engaged, because I've only been that far, was she supposed to give me an engagement ring? No. But when we got married, she would have to give me a band.
You just get a band. You just get a band, but it just depends on what kind of band you want. My band had diamonds on it.
My whole thing,
I got it.
My whole thing would have been like, I don't want to wear.
You carry your ring with you?
I mean, what else am I gonna do with it?
I don't know. Leave it at your house.
Well, I was wearing it at one point.
You was wearing it and you're not married?
I heard it helps with the like.
I don't believe that.
I was just used to wearing it.
No, I've heard. Is it true when you wear the ring, you get more attention from ladies than no?
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not buying into that one.
No, I don't think so.
I cannot wait to get married so I can start cheating. Like,
this dude is crazy. This dude is wild. This dude is wild. This dude is
you
crazy.
You gonna start cheating once you get married?
Yeah, that's when it counts.
That's when it counts.
That's where it counts?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you think so?
Because it's official. Like, you know, like...
You're officially cheating then.
If you're cheating while you're married, like, but, you know, some people we know, it's dangerous.
Are you
know?
cheating
like
for a reason?
Huh?
Are you cheating for a reason or are you just cheating just to cheat?
Stats?
I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I need to get married first. Now, I have, you know, I've been unfaithful before. Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel great afterwards.
It didn't? It doesn't?
No.
It never feels great afterwards.
No, like...
You always have that moment of clarity.
You always have that moment that you're driving and then you're looking at yourself in the rearview mirror. It's like, what the fuck have I done? And then you sleep it off. And
what if it was fire, though?
Huh? No, but that's not the point. Like, once you know, ejaculate, all your senses are back.
You don't think about that time you was having before you ejaculated, though? Like that position you was in like 2 seconds before?
I don't know.
Because that'd be the best thing right there.
I think what he's saying is some real shit.
No,
There's definitely a moment of clarity right afterward. You're like, damn, why the fuck am I here?
Why am I doing this? But then that's the deep thing about being married and actually being in love with somebody is like they make you think like that.
Did you cheat on your wife?
No.
Even though you guys broke up, it wasn't because of infidelity.
It wasn't because of infidelity.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. Well, that's good.
And if I did, I couldn't.
It's over now. Why couldn't you say now?
I couldn't.
Nah, man. You take it to the grave.
Nah. No, I would say what I've done.
But in public, no, like with cameras rolling, probably not.
Yeah, that ain't nobody's business.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Look, but yeah,
for all the ladies who are watching.
So
this is faithful.
This is how I look at it. This is how I look at it with a lot of being unfaithful, and that's why I always ask these questions. I was like, well, what happened? Because there's always something that happens to make you want to do something. It's not just like you don't got this perfect woman, unless you're just a piece of shit. You just cheating. You know what I'm saying? But at some point in your relationship, something happens to make you go, I can't do this no more. You know what I mean? And it's not like I don't love her. I don't want to be with this person. You just get a little bit weaker. Your defenses, like that guard just comes down just a little bit because of something that happens. Whether it could be something financial.
I'm gonna tell you
anything.
I can tell you one thing. Like, I hate the thing like when you fighting and then they don't want to have sex.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
That doesn't help. You know, this camera going crazy. Okay, so yeah, so that like stuff like that, I'll be like, oh okay,
yeah,
this going. You're not gonna enjoy this one.
Yeah,
like stuff like that to be weird to me, especially when you like literally like paying for everything.
Yeah.
And then be like, well, I didn't stop doing my parts because if we stopping,
right, then
I need half of that mortage.
Yeah.
I need half of everything. Yeah. We go to dinner. We just had dinner as friends.
Yeah.
Like if we gonna start taking away responsibilities.
And we gonna keep on going to the same dinners.
Yeah, this is how it is.
Yeah.
Until we start figuring some things out.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, when they start doing that, I'd be like, oh, okay. And I'm supposed to keep doing everything?
Oh,
nah, I'm cool. No. I'm not gonna do that.
See,
I'm not gonna play that game.
And that's where the cheating thing comes from for me. Is that right there. So now we have to stop doing things. That is the perfect thing to say to somebody. Oh, so now we just gotta stop doing things. So you can't show up for me no more. You can't, you know what I'm saying? When you marry somebody, when you're with somebody, you pretty much sign on to be their everything. And as soon as you're not, guess what? You're cheating.
Yeah.
You're cheating on this relationship. That's exactly what's happening. So women may not go out and just physically do something with somebody, but for us, especially with men, I think it's more emotional and it's more like loyalty. Like if you don't have like a certain loyalty to me in a certain kind of way, it's like you pretty much cheating on this relationship.
Yeah, once you start moving around and you like trying to make me jealous, I just be like, oh, yeah. Okay. Like I'm never gonna give you that I was jealous.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go completely in the other direction.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, this is what we doing?
Yeah,
okay,
do your
cool.
thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's when you start be like, yeah, it'd be like 3 days you ain't came home.
Yeah.
Be like, I thought this how the game went.
This is what happens. Yeah. But no, my ex-wife she was actually a good wife, but there's certain little things that personally didn't
Do you think you're gonna be able to pick better next time?
I don't know. I have no faith in the dating pool out there in the world.
Like right now, because of how technology works? No,
just how people are. People are so lost in relationships these days. It's like crazy. It's like, man, like I guess.
And how does it feel that, any girl you meet, any girl you date, once they get your ID, and then they figure out, okay, this is a comedian, actor, and then they can just look at all the stuff you've done. Does that kind of change the way they approach you or talk to you?
I don't know. I mean, it better not change much. That's the thing. And that's the thing, too. It's like, if you're going to act weird and be some kind of floozy in that kind of way, then it's going to be like, all right, that's going to show. And I'm going to be like, all right, I ain't fucking with that.
Has any women come to you trying to, like, better their career knowing in the position you're in?
I wouldn't say better their career, but I feel like there's been women that have tried to take advantage of whatever situation I've been in. You know what I'm saying? I'm newly unmarried, and I ain't been in them streets like that. So it's just like, yeah, let me get to them now so I can, you know what I'm saying?
Like get my YouTube up.
Yeah, it's not even my YouTube. Just most women out there, they just want a man. They want a good man. And they see like, all right, there's a good man that's available. I'm going to try to snatch him up.
Mm-hmm. You're a good man.
I'm a great man. I'm probably one of the best men you'll ever know.
There you go.
That's just what it is.
We had Devon
Franklin.
He's
a church guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recently, congratulations. He recently got engaged.
He definitely got engaged.
What happened with it? What happened with him?
Huh?
He used to be engaged to Megan Good or married?
Megan Good. You know who Megan Good?
Yeah.
He was married to her. They were married for like 9 years.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then
he came and did our podcast. And he might have been perfect. Like he was
sounds like it.
No, Harvard.
Yeah.
Good brother.
Sounds like it.
Probably about 6'1".
He was not 6'1".
6 feet?
Yeah.
Let me check the photo.
I thought he was like 6 feet. Yeah, good size on him.
Oh my God, good size. Come on.
He was in shape.
I know who he is.
He was in shape.
Yeah, 6 feet, 5'11". Yeah,
everybody got their things, man.
Yeah.
Somebody too perfect in the world.
Exactly. I don't.
No. See, that's the part and me and him talked about. I was like, that dude is perfect. Something else might be going on.
There's some shit going on.
Yeah. But he was really. But honestly, like, just the way he came off.
Yeah.
He was literally the nicest guy.
Right.
The nicest guy.
Right.
Just very genuine.
Yeah.
He was like, I was just sitting there. I was like, damn, he's way better than me.
You just felt that.
I was like, damn, he's a great guy.
That's
I don't
hilarious.
think I'm that. I don't perceive myself as being as nice as he. Like he's just really nice.
You're not that nice.
I'm not.
No, you're not.
You can't be. Sometimes you can't be nice.
I'm not.
Sometimes you can't be nice, man. Like I'm nice, but when it's time not to be nice, like people are like, man, where'd that come from? They get so scared.
Yeah.
It's just like
I heard LL said the best thing. He was like, I'm a good guy, but I'm not a nice guy.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And he was just like, yeah, like basically I'm a good guy. You do right by me, I'll do right by you.
For sure.
But you fuck me over, nah, it's gonna be different. Yeah, it's gonna be different. And that's what kind of like the way he explained it.
Well, that's the thing about this industry. You say yes 9 times, but it's that one time that you cannot do something. And sometimes they hold it against you.
Oh, they definitely gonna hold it against you.
They're gonna always hold it against me.
Because everybody needs something, a reason why they weren't successful, and they love to blame you other than themselves. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, not me. It's like my stuff is all on me. Even like we're talking, like I was talking about, my cousin was trying to go and gamble somewhere at one point, and I was just like, yeah, man, I make sure that I gamble on me more than I gamble on anything else.
I heard that.
Because I'm, I'm the source. Yeah. So it is what it is, man.
One of your skits I just seen recently, the Shannon Sharp one, I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I couldn't stop laughing. Is that your brother? That was your counterpart?
That was my brother.
Oh, yeah. But even to me, and I know you guys weren't like trying to do their voice perfectly. Yeah. But it was pretty damn close. Yeah. It was close.
Yeah.
It was close. It was funny as hell.
Yeah. I don't think I have it down perfectly because Shannon Sharp has a lot. He has a lot of. There's a lot of Shannon Sharp isms that he does.
You just got to me. You gotta get that laugh.
Yeah.
Because the
laugh is easy to me.
He go to that laugh. Yeah.
That's how he gets that laugh. He gets that laugh going. That laugh is funny.
Yeah, that laugh is hilarious.
Funny. So that's even in the second video I did, I made sure I laughed more. But yeah.
Have you met Shannon?
I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I haven't. I don't know what he's gonna think because I know Shannon is sensitive.
A little bit.
He's sensitive.
Yeah.
He's a sensitive dude. Like when you crack jokes on him, he's
like
he gets mad. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like when people crack jokes on him.
I haven't really seen him retaliate. Well, the only person I seen the thing with Mike Epps. That seemed like there was something there.
And Mace and Cameron.
Oh, I haven't seen him reply to them.
But they went at him when
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
They was kind of talking shit about each other, but what he's talking about is different. He's like, because like the stuff that Mike Epps was saying, he was mad about.
Yeah, he was genuinely mad and was bringing up the points and trying to show receipts and doing all like I was like, oh no, he upset about that.
No, remember he got mad at Shaq. Remember when he got mad at Shaq?
Yeah.
He got mad at Shaq.
That they don't like each other.
Yeah,
Shaq and Shannon Sharp.
I showed you the video.
They got into it. They got into it because he was talking, because Shaq was getting on Joker.
Okay.
And then he said some stuff about Joker, and then he was like, bruh, this ain't your time. Shannon went off on him, and then he went back and he was like, man, this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? I've earned the right to do this.
Right.
I'm a Hall of Famer. I'm a champion. You know what I'm saying? I have my opinion. My opinion is my opinion.
So it's basically when Shannon said that Shaq didn't get most of what he could have gotten out of his career.
Yeah.
And that Shannon, he got like with
every ounce.
So basically it was that.
But that's a true statement. It is. But Shaq said he didn't get the most out of his body.
Yeah, right. But Shaq wasn't happy with Shannon.
But he also said this. He also said that even with what he did, he's still the most dominant big man ever. Shannon was saying that you could have been better. You could have been the best player we've ever seen. And he said, I wasn't trying to be the best player. I was trying to be what I was, the most dominant player ever. That's what he was.
He was definitely, Shaq was different when he entered the league.
Oh, my God.
He was just a monster.
Oh, my God.
I wonder if that monster would be effective now, though.
Yeah, definitely.
No, it would be, but I don't know if they would. They run away from post players now.
Well, that's just because that's the way the game is right now.
Yeah,
but
I know.
If you have we have these conversations all the time, and Shaq is easier to look at in that time, but you got to think about the actual centers that were actually doing great back then. Hakeem Olajuwon, he'll kill in this era. Dave Robinson, killing in this era. They were ahead of their time because they was fast. Like Dave Robinson was fast.
Yeah,
he was just
good athlete.
Yeah,
amazing
great athlete. So like their game kind of translates in a way if you still give them the ball in the post.
When's the last time you really seen someone post up and had post moves, did a jump hook?
I've seen him. Joker does it sometimes. He does it. Joker
Every time I see Joker, he's past the free throw line.
You know when I see it more though? I see it more in the playoffs because people start knowing hey, we got to get a bucket. We can't just be out here shooting up and chunking up threes all the time.
Right.
So people act like, oh, the game's faster. It's this, it's that. It's like, yeah, it's all those things, but still, you still got to go back and do the old stuff if you're still really trying to win a championship. You can't just be out there just chunking up threes. Even when they had KD, when Golden State had KD was a post guy. They would always throw him in the post.
Oh yeah.
And he'd be over there going to work. Like easy. It's like, dang, this is a cheat code. Because now you still hit. You got this dude over here putting up 27, 28, and you still got Steph over there running around waiting to shoot a three. It's like it's crazy. So yeah, it's like it just depends. It all depends. But Shaq they always point at Shaq because he was the most dominant guy. But you gotta think about like there's like really no power forwards that like rebound anymore. And I think that's the major thing. Like,
well, the power forwards now shoot threes.
Yeah, and it's like that shit is whack. And that's something like LeBron did, really. Because that's what he did with Kevin Love when he went to when he went to Cleveland.
Chris Bosh too. They put him in the corner.
Yeah, like
he was a shooter too.
But Chris Bosh is way more effective in the post.
Yeah, he played better when he was at Toronto for sure.
And even when he was in Miami, them years when he left, before he started having those problems with the blood clots, he started killing. He was 26 and 15 again. It's like those are crazy numbers. Why don't you want those numbers? They play. When LeBron won, when they won in the bubble, what were they doing? They didn't have 80 put out there sitting over there.
Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee.
Yeah, you need those big guys in there that's going to work. So they kind of run from that because they want the game faster because they think it's boring. But I think the game was better when it was like that. It was better when you saw dudes getting chippy in there and breaking people's faces.
Yeah,
that shit was amazing.
You come through the middle and they just put you on your back.
Yeah, it's like, nah, bro.
I understand that.
Yeah, like you can't come in here. You ain't like all these guards getting like 15 rebounds. Like, come on, bro. It's like there ain't no men in there slapping people around.
Yeah, Morant coming through dunking on everybody, they would have been put him on the back.
You gonna think twice before you come in here and do some of this stuff. You ain't just gonna be jumping around spinning like this. Nah. But that's the type of basketball I like to see. You know what I mean? And it's good basketball.
Right.
Efficient basketball.
What are some of the things that you got coming up in the future?
In the future, I know I have a movie. I should be shooting a movie later on this year.
Okay.
That's part of this weight loss journey right now.
Getting in shape for the movie.
Breaking myself down so I can build myself back up so I can actually be. I'm supposed to play. I ain't gonna say what I'm supposed to play.
Come on.
But I'm supposed to play somebody that's swole. That has muscles.
Okay.
So, and I can't wear a muscle suit. So.
You ever would do a full frontal scene?
What?
I recently saw like a clip from a Tyler Perry movie. It's fucking wild.
What is wrong with you, man?
Just wondering, like you're an actor. How far would you act?
This dude is crazy.
This dude is insane.
This dude is wild. No, I don't know. I don't know about doing no full frontals, man.
I would struggle doing like love scenes. I'd be like, what y'all think is about to happen right here? We about to roll around in the bed. Ain't nothing gonna pop up.
They gonna tape you down. They gonna tape you down. Put a sock on you.
They put tape.
Is that what they do?
Yeah.
They either put a sock on you or they tape you up.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool on the acting there.
Yeah,
I'm cool.
You wanted to be raw.
But you know what it is? I don't want them to be like taking pictures with me with the sock on.
Yeah.
I'll be mad as hell. I'll be like, that shit's
if it's a professional set, the pictures are not going to leak.
Everything leaks.
I mean, I wouldn't care if it was a sock on there.
Okay, so a sock,
I don't want nobody looking at me like that. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm lying. I want it... Because literally every time I every time I'm anywhere where there's a view, like I don't care. Like, come on, we going right to this window.
Oh man,
I be going to work. I go to work by the windows, boy. Man, and I'm scared. I'm scared of falling too. But it's just exhilarating to me. You know what I'm saying? Get that window cracking. Be over there. I don't be caring. Whoever sees this is seeing it.
Are we gonna get the whole crew is stupid movie?
Yes.
When does that come out? Or when do
that's
you guys?
What we're gonna be shooting this year.
Oh, that's what we're
supposed to shoot at the end of the year. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're supposed to shoot that movie. And
you should be in shape by then. Way by then.
I'm by the summer.
Yeah.
By the summer, I'm gonna be in crazy shape.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can get that.
Yeah. You go back home. You know what I'm saying? Go back to my second home and take that shirt off. Like, hey, what's up, ladies? How you doing? It's already crazy. They love me fat. They loved me fat. They see me now, they gonna be like, ooh, Poppy. Yeah, Poppy. Huh?
Okay.
Heck yeah. But no, so what else? I mean, that's just that. Just that.
Any new characters from YouTube that are coming?
There's more Shannon Sharp stuff.
Okay.
I have some other little series that I'm working on, but I have to get those more solidified before I start talking about them. But just series more. I might put out a couple more series.
Just leave Diddy alone. The man has suffered enough.
Leave him alone?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the funny thing about Diddy is all the stuff that's coming out and all the stuff that people keep putting on him. Like, they gonna mess up and let that man get free.
Wait a minute, you already see what happened, though. You seen what happened?
The Drewski thing?
No, not the Drewski thing. Not that one. I'm talking about the fact that Jay-Z got the other guy license revoked, and now he was in charge of all those cases against Diddy. Now they're saying there's no attorney attached to those cases anymore.
Wow.
And he can't operate in the state of New York as an attorney. He does not have a license anymore. So he is now done.
That's amazing.
So now the Diddy case is just up in the air now.
Yeah. They about to let that dude out, man.
Hey, they let that dude out. That's it. It's hell to pay. It is hell to pay. And you know what? He's coming for Alejandro and Josh first. Because, hey, Diddy, I was fighting for you.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he just goes away and just chills somewhere. Take your money somewhere, man. And
you know he don't have any money.
He got money still.
No. All his money is in his mother's name. So it's the same thing like those soccer people, how they beat those situations. Yeah. He don't have nothing, not one thing is in his name. He's like, look, I'm poor.
Yeah.
Sue me. Who cares?
Yeah. That's smart. I would be pissed off if I was him though. To give Cassie all that money and then all this stuff.
He didn't give it to her.
He didn't?
No. The corporations that he was associated with it gave it to him. It's the same thing in the Michael Jackson situation.
Yeah.
Sony paid for his case. He never gave him anything because he said, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
And so that's the whole thing, that it gives off the impression that he did do it because he paid the money. He's like, I didn't pay the money.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's a crazy, wild game out there being played. So I tell everybody, I don't know if he did it or didn't do it.
Yeah.
But until I hear and see the case, I'm not going to say he's guilty yet.
And that's why they put that video out too.
Oh yeah, no, to tarnish his image.
So to tarnish his image is to show that he's crazy.
Absolutely, 100%. Now, if you say, is he a woman beater? I'll be like, absolutely, he whooped ass.
Yeah, he snatched her up.
Because I saw that.
You know what? I don't even want to talk about that because that video is not funny. But when he kicked her on the butt, it wasn't like a football kick. It wasn't like a toe kick. Like a toe kick would hurt if you really swing back and kick somebody in the butt with your like toe first, like you got on some steel toe boots. But if you turn your foot to the side, it's like, I don't really want to hurt you. I just want to make you know.
It's a statement kick.
That's exactly what it is. It's a statement kick.
It's like, pull us together.
Yeah.
It's like what
That's exactly what it is.
It's like
shit together.
Like, what's wrong? wrong with you?
Hey, what you said about the tape is like, Diddy's strong.
Stronger than you think.
Oh my gosh. No, that's crazy. And then all the stuff that they that came out about her.
Yeah.
About some of the guys talking about how she was the one, she was the aggressor. She was the one that was doing everything.
And that's the whole look.
It's like I was like, come on, guys. Like she was out here getting it popping.
Ain't nobody innocent over there. Ain't nobody innocent. I know the tape made him look really, really bad.
Yeah.
And it was a terrible thing to like do to a woman or to anybody in general. It just didn't look or feel good.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, I never try to like act like I know someone else's relationship because I don't know what went on in those relationships. I done seen women berate men. Like really, you be out in public like she going in, slapping him in the head and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, one day, this man has been beaten up for 10 years. And next thing you know, he stands up and slaps the shit out of her. And most people that really knew the relationship be like, about time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then some people be like, he's a woman beater.
Yeah.
Not knowing that this man has been abused for so long.
That's all they see is that one action.
Yeah.
That's all they see is that one.
So I just try to act like I don't know their relationship. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Let's hear about it and then let's see what's really going on.
I mean, my thing is like it was just the way they got together was weird. Everything was weird.
Oh, okay.
She was Ryan Leslie's girlfriend.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I know. And
like that alone is like
she was looking for a better horse.
Yeah. It's like you signed on to be and do all that crazy shit. And now all of a sudden you just like, oh, it's victim time. It's like, nah.
Well, on that note, yeah. Thank you for stopping by.
You know, it's like when the conversation start getting tough, Alejandro get quiet.
Yeah, and he was like, let me tell you, I'll tell you something for real though. Like, I really loved Cassie when I was a young whippersnapper.
Oh, who
you know
did?
What I'm saying?
She
and
was
I'm
bad.
just like, you gonna go and get with this old nigga and let him do all this stuff to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have been with me. We would have had kids. You wouldn't have had all that money.
They don't want to be saved.
That comes later. But you know what I'm saying? I would have got the money and then I would have left you, but you still would have had some money. You know what I'm saying? You'd have got your 30 million. It would have been a way easier 30 million to get. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Huh?
We'd have had our kids. You could be going out. You could be with your Alejandro. You know what I mean? Doing your thing.
But shoot, man, thanks for stopping by, man. We appreciate you.
For sure.
Yeah, it was our 100th episode.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
There you go.
Oh, yeah. We talked about some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man Lexington with the booty eating and, you know what I'm saying? And going through comedy. This man wants to go to Colombia and do everything and get stabbed at the same time. That's
I don't want to get stabbed, but I do want to do everything. You know?
Everything is a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot, man. And that's what you don't want to do. That's how you get stabbed if you do everything.
Calm down. Act like you've been
chill.
You've been here before.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to go down here. Don't say, well, you know Spanish too, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you just got to be chill. I think you're.
The art of negotiation.
God. That's what we're going to name this episode.
Yeah.
The art of negotiation.
The art of negotiation is hilarious.
That's crazy.
We got to take